Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Sunday. I hope life is treating you well. Let's do a shuffle and see what the day has in store for us, what the tarot has for us as well. To begin for this upcoming Sunday, okay, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more for the center energy. Interesting, I'm doing this in reverse. So at the center, we have the Three of Pentacles. Attention, attention, attention. I feel like that message right there, those three words, that repetitive word right there, is coming into play in more than one way. I feel like Spirit's trying to get your attention in regards to what needs to improve, in regards to what's working out for you, what's working to your advantage right now, and has been, and what's going to benefit you more so moving forward. I feel like there's certain adjustments that again need to take place, but Spirit's saying we're at times going back and forth as far as progress with that. Something else might feel that way for you as well, where you make a little bit of progress and then it kind of goes backwards. You lose some progress and then it's stagnant, and repeat that cycle or shuffle it up. And Spirit's saying, well, how do you think we feel when we see you making progress and then rewinding back, or losing that progress, and then again, going back and forth and shuffling it all around when it comes to a habit or two, or self-progress, right? Improvement in that sense. But you're being noticed, gaining attention otherwise when it comes to your appearance, your energy. I'm hearing for some your sass, your knowledge, your experience, and your intuition potentially tying into it all the meanwhile. But if you look up the spiritual meaning of the number 3, there's something for you. There's a sense of things proceeding like a ball of yarn is what I'm getting, where you're just slowly but surely able to unravel that ball of yarn and gain more progress, more clarity, more informing, right? Things feeling more illuminated moving forward after this day, but it feels like there still is some confusion, feeling a bit perplexed as to when something's meant to come in, how things are meant to proceed, maybe why something came to an end the way it did. Maybe in regards to how things are meant to transition moving forward. But Spirit's saying the attention you're gaining from people, right, whether it's online, in person, you name it. I feel like people at a distance as well for some, even if that's not online. Imagine the amount of spiritual attention you're getting throughout this day, because it feels like it's at least double, right? So when you feel the presence of spirits throughout this day, don't be surprised, okay? And that's going to come through feeling-wise, energy-wise, in more than one way. There are going to be distractions throughout this day, so just prepare for that as well. When it comes to you wanting to get things done, when it comes to you wanting to feel more focused, things are going to be taking you away mentally, awareness-wise, right? And physically, potentially. But we have 2 sets of 2 here to build upon the 3 of Pentacles to further the reading. These 2 first in reverse, the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, because it's a day where you are, and surrounding it, where you can't leave something behind yet. You're not meant to. This could be good, this could be bad for you, and this could be potentially a combination of both, right? And it might vary whether it feels like it's good at this time and it's a bad thing at this point moving forward. Anyways, Spirit's saying there are benefits to every holding back moving forward, and every situation that's meant to continue and end, right? Divine timing is at play. It feels like you can't do what's right for you just yet in the midst of a situation that you're not meant to leave behind, because you don't have that door opened yet, right? That opportunity. You don't have something else of the sort in order to advance, in order to gain more. And Spirit's saying just trust the fact that something's coming in and coming to be when it's meant to. But wouldn't be surprised if you're gaining communication on more than one level in regards to a chance to make more money. Could be a chance to spend money, right? Either way, it's something you want/need, want and or need, right? And I do feel like all the meanwhile, there's new money on the horizon for you either way. I know this is a daily reading and I focus on money and career otherwise for the 4 signs I read for, but something about this day talks about money. It focuses upon it. You can't help but think about it. The money you have, the money you don't have, maybe just one of the two, right? And Spirit's saying, when you find your thought process heavily focusing on money or focusing on something negative or something you don't have, and then you find your mind goes to a state of fog, right? Or you find something distracts you, takes you away from that thought. This is Spirit working for you to your advantage. We can't have you lingering in the midst of a thought that's going to either postpone or delay a manifestation, a co-creation all the meanwhile, or just leave you in a state of lack, right? And so Spirit's saying, let's manifest by assuming the best, assuming, things are going to work out for you. Because deep down, if you take a hot second, you can feel things are going to work out for you, even with that lack, that need, all the meanwhile, that desire. But I feel like you're being noticed for these energies, and you're also being noticed for these energies, okay? Or being noticed, and therefore that's the communication you're gaining. Wouldn't be surprised if you hear back from an opportunity throughout this day that doesn't feel 100% right for you. And so Spirit's saying, trust your intuition. Don't hesitate to wait a little bit longer. Interesting contradicting wording. Don't hesitate to wait a bit longer for the right opportunity. You'll have plenty, okay? Even if there's a little bit of stagnancy between now and then. Let's pull a couple more. The King of Cups, they're saying, if I could speak, take a peaceful standpoint, okay, on your money, on this new opportunity potentially, on the attention you're gaining. You're going to be noticed for somebody who has a combination of this peaceful, glowing way of being and this passionate, I do things my way sort of statuesque way of being all the meanwhile. Does that make sense? I feel like there's a vibe about this day where people are noticing you as someone who's going places because you don't conform, you don't adjust, at least for the most part, when people think you should. There's a sense of you being a very independent soul. In one of the attempts to get the reading done, I was about to do the main shuffle, and they pushed my hand to knock the Nine of Pentacles off the top of the deck. Independence, right? Striving for more, reaching for hope and success all the meanwhile. I feel like you know more than meets the eye, and at times that can speak upon people not fully recognizing or remembering what you truly hold knowledge and they're saying intuition wise. But I also feel like at times you're forgetting or not fully realizing what you truly know within, what your higher self is in tune with, what your intuition is speaking to you about and has up until this point. But then topping that off with the spiritual knowledge you're gaining and the guidance all the meanwhile, you're golden, okay? You are golden. And so therefore I feel like you need to remember all that you can accomplish and will accomplish moving forward, and all that you'll easily overcome and dodge due to what we were just speaking upon. That was beautiful and powerful. There might be an occurrence throughout this day of some sort where you think of it as powerful and beautiful, okay? A combination of the two. I feel like things are starting to seem possible by the end of this day. Why is that? Because of the communication? Because of the clarity coming in maybe? Because of these two energies that you're embodying, embracing, working to your advantage? Is it because of the different levels of attention? I wouldn't be surprised if it's all that we were just speaking upon and mentioning. But I also feel like there's an empowering vibe about this period of time where you can't fully or at all do what's right for you, right? And so Spirit's saying that this reminds you of the purposefulness, the divine timing all the meanwhile, the purposefulness though, more importantly, of the of when things happen, when things are delayed, when things don't feel like they're happening to our advantage. They actually are, or they could be. It's up to you to adjust your perspective and to utilize what you have to your advantage until the time comes. And so I feel like all the meanwhile, there's going to be a push at a certain point throughout the day in the midst of you or surrounding the moments where you're getting things done, where you're buckling down and giving off good vibes. There's going to be a push to look around, to be grateful for what you have, right? Is this at home, at work? Is this in the city, the neighborhood, the county that you're living in? You name it. right? It could even be when you're surrounded by so many beautiful materialistic items in a store. It's going to differ from case to case, but Spirit's saying this is going to push you to be one with the present moment, to be grateful for what's at hand or the possibilities at hand. And this will prepare you in so many massive ways for the future. There's a feeling of you being very in tune to being drawn to this reading or getting close to that point or on your way to that point. And this talks about you being very intuitive, very, informing, and very much connected to spirits at this time. Again, you're going to feel them. You're going to feel their presence quite clearly throughout the day. And at times, less likely, less common, you're going to feel their presence in a little bit of a foggy manner. But I feel like this day talks about how you have a wish fulfillment on the horizon and there's attention on the way to just that. All right. So this is truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Sunday and surrounding it. And I'll see you next time.